Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex of Coyote Astrology, and this is my weekly forecast for the week of Monday, April 29th, 2019, going into the month of May. So we start out on Monday the 29th with a pretty major transit. Saturn goes retrograde in the sign of Capricorn until September 17th. So this is about a 5-month period where we are being asked to level up. So let's talk about who Saturn is. Saturn is Father Time, the Lord of Karma, and he's really the one who's responsible for any of us becoming a master at anything, because he's the one who forces us to work hard enough to get there. So he governs our responsibilities, our duties, our discipline, and anything that requires us to set a long-term goal and chip away at it until we accomplish that goal. So when Saturn goes retrograde, it's a time where anywhere we've tried to cut corners, anywhere we've been lazy, anywhere we have overestimated our actual abilities is brought to light so that we can hit the books, master it, and level up. So this is a transit that's associated with kind of like a coming of age or reaching a new level of adulthood. It's a time period where we can really achieve some new wisdom and some new higher knowledge. But of course, the process of slowing down can be frustrating, and that's kind of further compounded this week by the fact that Saturn will square Mercury in Aries. So Mercury in Aries just wants to go. It wants to do what it wants in its quest to self-actualize. But when Saturn squares it retrograde, a lot of us are going to feel like we're being told no. A lot of us are going to feel like for some reason we're being told to wait, that we're not ready, that we're not old enough, that we're not good enough, that we need to slow down, double check some things, possibly go back to school and learn some more. We're not quite ready for it yet. And this can be frustrating because the ruler of Aries, Mars, is in Gemini right now. And Gemini has all of these ideas and, we have all these things we kind of want to do, but they're switching moment by moment. I want to do this. No, wait, maybe I think I want to do that. And this week, Mars will directly oppose Jupiter, which is retrograde in Sagittarius. So Jupiter in Sagittarius has this like higher perspective that Mars in Gemini doesn't have. And it's almost like this week, Jupiter is kind of winking and in this very auspicious kind of magical way saying, there's a higher plan. And that's why you're so confused, because you're not, as much as you want the answers right now, it's not quite time yet. There's a higher plan, like preordained by your higher self, and you don't have all the cards on the table yet. This isn't how things are really going to be. So as much as all this energy this week has us wanting to seek answers, we've recently stepped through this Sun conjunct Uranus portal. Many of us are in an entirely new place and we really want things to settle and finally make sense, but there's a little bit of mental agitation this week. It's almost like, I don't know, it's very frustrating. It's this feeling of being limited or restricted or being told to go back and do something over. So yeah, regarding the new moon on Saturday the 4th. So normally new moons are a time of new beginnings where there's kind of a surge of new energy and there's a fresh slate cleared energetically for the new lunar phase. And we will have a bit of that, but the Mars-Jupiter opposition will be exact on the day of the new moon. So there is going to be this tug of war happening in our minds within what we want to go forward with. So I think that this new moon, the best way to approach it is to harness one of the top qualities of Taurus. It's a new moon in Taurus, 14 degrees of Taurus. one of the best qualities of Taurus, the bull, is patience. Taurus sets a goal and then takes slow, methodical steps towards that goal. And when it reaches the goal and it commits to the relationship, when it commits to the job, when it makes the purchase, it's one of quality because it took the time on the way there to make sure. So yeah, it's kind of a time to tap into that and to get grounded, to get out of our minds, which will be quite busy. This new moon will have Mercury in Aries conjunct Uranus. So there can be these sudden insights about what to do and where to go and these actions we may want to take, but there will be this tug of war. And Mars in Gemini is kind of our immediate surroundings, while Jupiter in Sagittarius is like travel to distant lands, higher learning. So there is still going to be this tug of war, this little paradox. So I think the more we can unplug, tune into earth energy. Taurus is earth. It's Venusian energy. It's very sensual. It's very luxurious. So the more that we can ground, tune into the rhythms of Gaia, observe the rhythms of Gaia, tap into gratitude for the things that are around us presently, even if that's not exactly where we would like to ultimately be. It is where we are now. And Taurus pampers itself. So if you're feeling a little bit frustrated, unplug, surround yourself with luxurious things, smell some flowers, look up at the stars, breathe in the air, and just have gratitude and look at the things of value in your life currently. Make some lists of possible options moving forward and how certain paths lead to places that may bring more quality into your life. Taurus is all about quality. If you go out to dinner with a Taurus person, they're going to buy the best bottle of wine and they're going to take their time choosing it. So I think that this is a new moon where we can recognize that although it may not be the place we would ultimately like to be, and that there are a lot of options and a lot of possibilities available, taking the time to ground, be patient, and decide which ones are going to bring the most quality into our life. And set some intentions around those values. Taurus is about values. I hope you guys have a good week. I'm definitely going to be unplugging this new moon. I think I'm going to do a juice cleanse and just get off of electronics completely and calm my nervous system and my mind. It can definitely be a little bit hard on the nervous system this week. And we're all going to need to practice patience. Saturn Retrograde is all about patience and learning to slow down. And it's kind of humbling. I actually really like Saturn Retrograde because Saturn, when he gives rewards, which he often does when he goes direct, so that'll happen like September 17th, there is this beautiful kind of flavor to Saturn rewards where they directly reflect the work that's been done. So you can feel really good about Saturn rewards. So know that this journey we're going on for the next 5 months, whatever you're being asked to work harder at or reach a new level of mastery over, know that when he goes direct mid-September, the Lord of Karma will deliver and you will receive a reward for all of the hard work you've put in. So it's pretty exciting and it carries with it a lot of wisdom and new experience. And be careful. I wanted to mention when Mercury is in Aries, Aries is fiery, and when it's being squared by Saturn, when Mercury in Aries is being told no, it can definitely flare up. So watch your temper this week, watch your exchanges with other people. If you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling blocked, if you're feeling inadequate. We also have Pluto squaring Mercury in Aries this week. So Pluto retrograde is about detoxification and purification and all of these ghosts from our subconscious coming up in order to look at them. So people are going through some really scary stuff right now. Some people are. So while you're going through that, with Mercury being squared in Aries, just watch your interactions with others this week as you move through that process, and remember to ground and to breathe. All right, you guys, have an amazing new moon. Shed some of that Venusian loving energy on yourself. Practice self-love, self-reliance. These are the lessons of Taurus. And if you would like to reach out to me for a reading, you're more than welcome to do so. I will put my email down in the description box, along with the track listing for the music that I've put in the background of this video if you've enjoyed that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.